If you're watching this because you fear the clock is slipping away, you're not alone. Today, I'll tell you about a man who let time slip through his fingers until regret hit like a flash flood. And I'll show you how one moment, one choice, can flip the whole script. He wore a smile that looked confident, but the truth was quiet rage. Rage at the days that passed while he waited for the perfect moment. His name was Luke. In his 20s, he lived in a city that never slept, where opportunities pretended to be loud and endless. He wanted greatness, but he told himself, "I'll chase it when I have more money, more clarity, more courage." The problem wasn't the world. It was the clock. Luke spent years rehearsing plans, drafting playlists of dream projects, and collecting inspirational quotes he never acted on. He could describe success in vivid color, but he never painted it. Friends left the city. The bravest choices became tomorrow's list, then next month's, then never. The days stacked up, and the glow of potential dimmed to a dull hum. Then one evening, as the sun bled orange across apartment blinds, Luke found his old journal. It wasn't glossy with ambition, it was wrinkled with excuses. He read an entry he'd written years ago. "If not now, when?" The words hit him like a shovel to ice. Fear rose, fear of looking foolish, fear of failure, fear of putting his life on the line. But fear, he realized, was simply consequence without action. A neighbor burst into his thoughts. Mia, the artist who kept painting even when the market was cruel. Mia had learned to measure time not by minutes but by momentum. She'd take a 3-hour window and turn it into a sprint of color and risk. Luke remembered a moment when Mia's latest mural had drawn a crowd, and someone whispered, "That could have been you." It wasn't arrogance. It was a simple truth. Opportunities don't chase you. You chase them, and you often catch them in the gaps you once thought too small. So Luke did something risky. He stopped planning the perfect moment and started doing small, honest things. A 5-minute workout before work, a 10-minute portfolio edit at lunch, a cold call to a mentor, a late-night sketch of a project that frightened him. Not everything stuck. Some days felt ridiculous. Other days surprised him with a spark of progress. The trick wasn't instant success. It was daily consistency, which compound interest does to your bank account of life. Months rolled by. The fear didn't vanish, but it transformed. Regret, once a heavy shadow, shrank to a whisper. He didn't become famous overnight, but he did become reliable to himself. He learned that time isn't a weapon you grab with 2 hands. It's a flashlight you keep shining on your own feet, guiding you forward rather than leaving you in the dark. Then one morning, a message flooded his screen from a viral post he had forgotten he'd written. Someone quoted him, someone who'd started because of his tiny seeds. A door opened. But this moment wasn't a triumph. It was a reminder. Momentum compounds. And you'll never see the next door if you don't step through the first dot. If you're ready to stop waiting for the perfect day, start with one small action today. For more stories about rising from failure and turning regret into resolve, check out the next video on this channel. From fear to fuel, the 3 habits that change your life. See you there, and remember, your future begins with the choice you make right now.